Good evening, everyone. Okay. Cycle 46 plus. Hopefully, it will be as productive as the first 46 cycle. Cross fingers. Get out of here. There we go. Okay. Everything sounds right. Everything sounds right. Everything sounds right. Little quiet. Little quiet. Okay. Let me know if I'm a little quiet. Let's unpause and let's get back at it. Let's first check out the skills. Ashkan can probably get. He's just carrying things around. So let's get him some improved carrying and some more muscles. Right. So as we are in a slight situation when it comes to food. We ran out of fertilizer, which means this amount of bristle blossoms are not enough to keep up with the dupes yet. So we're gonna try to start setting up a ranch area for them. We have hatches over here. Over here, I want to put in some Sweetles, and we'll put in some food for the Sweetles. Where are they? Sweetles, like their sulfur. And over here, I'll put in hatches also as another one over there. You guys, okay, you're not stuck. Good. So let's this all good. So as soon as our rancher levels up and we can get someone that can actually ranch, we will proceed with that. Let's see, what do we got here? A decorator, a dicker. Oh, we can't have someone who's allergic, not with the amount of floral scents in our base everywhere. You can doctor, cook, you can dig. Grind sounds okay. Research. I don't remember exactly. Where's the battery? Solar powered module, converts sunlight into electric power, and battery module. So let's get this. Oh, it requires some material science research. Can we do material science yet? I do not think we can. Where's material science? That's orbital research. Material science is down here. Okay, so let's make ourselves in that direction. And another thing we want to do is to start looking into closing this off a little bit and digging out this one over there. Digging out the cold biome, closing it off somehow. Probably just like here and adding a wall here or something like that. Having this all be closed off from the rest of the base. Maybe using insulated tiles here like that. And this could be, you can come in from above, dig through all of this. It would allow us access to the cool slush geyser. And then we can start placing down some reservoirs for the water I think we have enough time for all that. You're still idle, so let's start that. Ooh, skills. A minute. Perfect. Just the guy we wanted. Okay, so ranching. Let's start with these guys. 4 of them here. Do we have any more? 1 here. Let's destroy this and mop. Any more? Okay, there's 1 here. That's 6, 7, 8. That should be all the ones we need. Alright, so everyone's idle now. So we have 8 of those. And we'll want to get ourselves some Sweetles too. Right? There's 2 there. We'll start with that. Did I set up 8 auto wrangle, 8 auto wrangle, and we'll put priorities 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Okay. And so I'm gonna start digging into here. I feel like right here is probably a good level to start digging in. So let's go ahead and go in here. This should also allow us to see what's going on over here. I'm assuming this is a volcano, but this will confirm that. Where's the next ladders? Right here. Right, this is the ladder. I have 4 over here. Something like that. Let's start digging through here and pouring out the entirety of the frost biome. Okay. While we start. Oh wow, you guys were just hanging out in this area, I guess. Let's get rid of them. And you too. I don't want you around. Thank you for your meat. Generous contribution to the survival of everyone here. I'm happy to hear. Okay, so now this is sealed off. And mop this up. And we can dig all this out. It'll form a pool of water down here, but that's as far as it's going to go. It should be relatively insulated from the rest of the base. Okay. From everyone complaining they were all idle, you know, they're taking their sweet time at getting to this. Research. Yeah, okay, that's why we're not doing star mappy stuff. Oh, we were. It was next on the list. If the other asteroid was next on the list. Really, you guys are not happy with my current amount of activities, huh? I really want more to do. Okay. We can do this set over here, but say that the abyssalite is of higher priority, so people who can do abyssalite mining will. Like, that's why they were idle, because they can't mine this. Only Nicola can mine this. So if we increase the priority, Nicola will stay around here while everyone else will come over here and mine this stuff over here. On the other hand, I can also start creating, or do I just want to create it here? I could put myself a pool right here. This will be where I keep and store my polluted oxygen. I mean, yeah, polluted water. Polluted water can go here. Oh, we have a new skill. How about the orbital research? You don't really need that. Yeah, he's starting to get an expensive boy. Yeah, he has a lot of needs right now. He's already at 9. Gotta be careful with him. We're gonna take that other skill. That'll bring him 12. It's definitely not something that is easy to handle. Alright, yeah, see? Perfect. Oh, there's some more over here. How many did we bring in? We're only at 3. Let's get those 2. Let's increase the priority of this. Research complete, so I have a hammer and an automated notifier. Good to know. I want to start popping. Where is our rancher? What is he doing? Over here. Wrangling is his current priority. Wrangle, and then he should grab that. Yeah, relocate is now his highest priority. That chlorine is giving them more stress. Hungry. Stress is going down a little bit. I'm gonna try to deal with all of this too. But first, let's pour out all this. There'll be a lot of ice and warp seeds and etc. Should be nice. And then eventually we'll do the same thing. We'll come in through the top here, pour all this out. Probably want to put some insulated tiles here to prevent too much heat exchange between here and here. And then, yeah, we can dig all of this out and let it melt. Let all the ice here just stay in there and melt. Talking about ice, I do want to say we don't want polluted water over here. We'll have to deal with this eventually. Not right now, though. We're at 7. We're almost at the maximum. There's 2 over here, so we can kill one. I probably should have been more careful on which one I wanted to kill. Should have picked the older one. Yeah, 46 is okay. Is there any more that needs to be taken care of? Yeah. So now let's get rid of all the other ones. And there's one over here. This one over here. I only need 8. Everyone else just becomes food right away. Alright. I need sedimentary rock though. Some over here. Not a lot though. Igneous rock, sedimentary rock. There's some here. Again, not a lot. Very compact area. I don't feel like there's a lot of sedimentary rock available. Alright, this is a real volcano. Let's leave that alone for a bit. Okay, so we have idle again. We go 16 over here. Right, 16 plus a wall. And that means the next stairs would be right about here. Actually, that wrong. According to this, I should be over here. Be over here. 16 plus a wall. 16 plus a wall. How is this? 16 plus a wall brings it here. Put the ladder here. 16. Oh, I'm not including the wall over here. 16 plus a wall. Yeah. Yeah. This is the correct location for this extra ladder here. We obviously want to be a little careful about the volcano, so let's do that. Be careful. So then we go 4 here. Go all the way over there. Hit 1 all the way. Hit 1 way. Go 4 deep. This goes all the way to the edge, pretty much. skip 1 all the way, skip 1. I don't know how 16 will be right about here, so let's stop right about here. Enough room for another, so on this side too, a little bit. You don't want to go too deep here. 4 all the way. We don't want to pierce too much of the oxalite layer or go too far in that direction either. Here, get 1 all the way. Don't want that. We want to take out all that and all here. And we'll leave it there for now. This would be the next level, right? 4 all the way. You have ladders here and here. One moment, I have to sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so this should give them plenty to do. I do want to make sure to prioritize ladders. Always prioritize ladders. In my experience, it helps a lot with reducing the amount of people that get stuck. They tend to be less likely to get stuck when they prioritize the ladders. That doesn't mean they won't get stuck. It's just, you know, likely. Less likely. Okay, so that should be this whole biome. You know, wait a couple cycles. Oh yeah, and make sure I remove all of this. Will get taken care of naturally, so we don't need to actually waste time picking those up, right? We destroy the tile underneath, they'll pick themselves up. There goes the Sweetle. And as soon as we have stone hatches, we can put stone hatches over here. We won't put a bed here because this light would affect it. Unless we have another Scared of the Dark dupe, then we can put another bed here and we can give that to them. The Scared of the Dark dupes can have their buddy system. Oh, okay, all this meat that I've been killing has given us some barbecue, which is nice. We have some skills again. You're a digger, so let's get you some better carrying capacity. Everyone should be able to carry a lot of stuff. That would be very good. So once we have this all done, we can put the cool slush geyser in a container and then add some a reservoir and some other automation around it. Material science research, perfect. Okay, so no research focus selected. That means she'll come up here and start doing some telescoping. Perfect. Won't be happy about it. They're already not happy about it, but intense brightness is a positive thing. Actually, it brings down their stress. They really like it when it's intensely bright. That doesn't make much sense to me, but I'm not gonna complain too much. Nice over there. So what are they research? Oh no, we have this. Why did I not get a notification? New printable. I never got a notification that this. Oh, it's not a asteroid. Oh, it's not. Not one of these. Not called. It's not a body. It's just an asteroid field. It's a sandy ore field. Sandstone, sand, algae, and copper ore, and some artifacts. Ah, so that's why I never got a notification. It's not actually like one of these. I thought it would have been. So I guess that is everything I can see from here. So it's either, so I'm guessing the oil planet is one of these guys. Yeah, I can see this one from here. 1, 2, 3. But it's gonna take me a while to get to oil, and it's gonna take me a while to get to Wudonna anyways. So we definitely need to be able to survive with what we have for quite a long time without any oil in the uh, future. Are we full on carbon dioxide? We are. New printable. Let's see what we have here. We have a cook builder, a tidying suit wearer. That's actually not that bad. Plus strength and plus athletics. Can't build and likes to snore. Not something I can handle right now. Or we can have plus athletics, creative, digger. Won't build though. Or some sandstone. Let's get some sandstone in place. And let's keep researching. I can also set, oh, but to set this up, I really should consider having more of a dedicated power grid type of thing. Let's get some automation research done. We do have a mechatronics engineer all of a sudden. So let's get that research done, and then we can kill you. We don't need you. Then we can get that in play. So you should give me coal. You should give me some sugar. That's not the main reason I'm keeping either one of you, but that is a side effect of the current situation. Oh, I never reassigned Max. Okay, well, I really need someone inside of this schedule relatively soon because it's very unbalanced right now. We're doing pretty good. Mine out that snow that fell. You, I do not like your current location. You're gonna get stuck. You're already stuck. Okay, now undo that. Get on this side. Mine from here. And remember, build up the. Don't do that. Yeah, some things are collapsing over here. No, you are stuck. Come on, dig these two out, please. There we go. There we go. It doesn't always help. It's not always perfect to make priority 6 on the ladders. But in my experience, it does reduce the likelihood of them screwing around. So here, this would be the wall. We would go 16 here. Then we would have a wall and stairs. Stairs would technically be it would be unfeasible to have stairs. Let's just put ladders all the way through on all these levels and dig until we can't dig no more. Let's get all this. Oh, ceiling collapsed and you're stuck. Stop that. No, stop that. Okay, you are very problematic right now. Okay. Dig that one out. I should be able to come over here. No, don't do that. Come over here. Okay, put this back here. Here, no, can't do that. Then we would go this one. That should allow them to go get out. Take that one out. No, you do not get to sleep. Yellow alert. Yes, right? Priority. That would wake them up. Nope. Need red alert. Okay. Shouldn't you be able to move out now? Nope. You can move up here. No, you can't. Oh, did you mine something here too? God. Now you can move out. There we go. Oh yeah, because you were literally falling asleep in freezing cold water. No wonder you're not happy. Don't do that. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what these guys expect out of me. Okay, so now we have a little bit of conveyor. We can automate some of the cooking. It's usually the first thing I like to automate. I used to use infinite storage, but that doesn't work as easily anymore. So you're the crop person. Let's get you some tidying since you like that anyways. And good. Oh, while we have that, right? We should now be able to make frost buns. And I want to store a frost bun. As soon as we make a frost bun, I want to store the frost bun. Right now we're making some gristleberries. As soon as we make the frost buns, we can store the frost bun. I won't mine it all. We also have this whole other biome over here. Because I do want to keep the seeds to make a sleet wheat farm eventually. But, you know, the ones that we got from here, we can turn into more food. And then that will help with our current situation for when it comes to food. Demolish. I like how this is demolish while this is deconstruct. Like, the priority here, guys, unless you guys forgot, is the ladders. I really don't feel like they understand the ladders are the priority. Like, I don't know why they're digging all the way down here. This is technically closer by proximity to their path that they have to come up here. Right, they have to come around. This is closer than having to go all the way down here and dig this out. But what we can do now, I guess, is this, and add in ladders where appropriate. There we go. Ladders where appropriate. Why didn't you go to your bed? Is it your schedule for this? Or schedule? Nicole, you're not even supposed to be sleeping. Stop that. You go to bed when we tell you it's bedtime. Not whenever you decide it's bedtime. That's not how it works. Okay, so not food that I care about. Did we ever make any frost buns yet? We did. Frost buns. Put the frost buns in here. Thank you. That should help a little bit with the current. Okay, let's give it a little break. We do have a lot to build up. We're almost done coring this out. That's not that bad. Only been a couple cycles. We're at 51. We started at 49. I think something like that. It should be in my title. 46. Okay, well it's been more like 5 cycles. But still, not that bad for 5 cycles. Finished up this. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We just have everyone working on this little area over here. not that bad. People are not stressing out too much. Mostly Nicola over here is the one that really doesn't like working here. Everyone else seems to be more or less okay with it. Alright. More dupes. What would, if I were to get another dupe, what would I want? I need a decorator. I don't have someone that can decorate. I have a rancher, I have a builder, I have a digger. I need someone who tidies as their highest priority. So technically a decorator or tidier or someone that's duplicate from a skill tree that we already have access to. Maybe a second researcher would be useful, because research does more than just research, especially with the extra kind of researches we have in this now in the DLC. We definitely want to consider having more than one researcher. Get rid of that mob command. Okay, Nicola, let's mop this. Let's destroy that. This will give Cavaldo an ability to come over here and tell me what this geyser, how long this geyser has left to give us polluted water for. And then we're going to have to clean all this up. This is going to be a mess of water, polluted water, brine, everything is going to be in here. So we're going to need to take all of that out and determine what is what and how we proceed with that. It's going to be a lot of filters, a lot of filtration. I'm surprised no one started digging this. I guess the problem is, like, the ladders are priority 6, so as soon as he can come dig out the ladder, he does. That's why he comes over here, digs out the ladder, and then he starts mining around here. Instead of mining around here, which is technically closer to where he sleeps. But I don't see any reason I can't... Well, there's some ice here. We could probably do that. Just want to make it so they don't have to walk so far. Walk up here. Come right in. We have some hype. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We have some people really not happy about their current high morale, sopping wet. Frankly depressed. Yeah, they're very not happy right now. Okay, so we're almost done, but people are starting to get very upset. Max over here, you're a rocket person, right? Rocket level number 2 requires some research. So let's get you some research. Someone else has a skill. Bert, let's get you a little bit better carrying. And let's see what we got here. We have another rocketry, another operator. That's not usually a bad thing. No medicine and won't cook. That's perfectly acceptable. Or an all-arounder that does ranching, but not good enough to be a rancher. Cooking, but we don't necessarily need operating, but worse than this person. But can't dig, can't do, yeah, small bladder. Or a rocket person that only does rocketing. Bubbles. Let's get Bubbles inside here. Bubbles, welcome to the club. You are going to be moved to schedule number 2. Your skill will be focused on operations. Your priorities will be, where's Bubbles? Operation. You're going to be very good at this. You're already better than Frankie at this. Okay, so let's get that started. On that note, we should maybe make... We have the extra resource, like we have the extra people. Let's make some more steel. We can put a little bit more focus on that aspect of what we got here. As I was saying, though, we can. Well, I want the dupes to focus on this. I keep thinking of other things to do. I want the dupes to focus on this. the priority? Like, can I set the priority for demolition here? No, I cannot. I cannot set a priority for this demolition. Oh, there we go. Ooh, it's purple. Oh, that was fancy. This is all. That's all very new, me at least. All right, and then we can. We can't demolish this. Oh. How much decoration does this give? Wow. Pedestal, 115 decoration. Wow. For quite a distance too. Wow. That's the whole room. This is a mighty fine decoration. That is real good. Oh. Doing this. What's your schedule? No one's supposed to be sleeping right now. So stop that. Maybe I should give everyone a little bit of extra bedtime. Who can... Sorry. Goes back to work. 4th bedtime, I guess? I'm assuming that's the problem. They're not getting to their bed quick enough before they need to get up. Now it's the actual time for you to go away and go to bed. By the time you get to bed, we already lost 1 cycle of bedness. But your stamina, you're fully stamina'd. You're already fully stamina'd. You are... for stamina. You're fully stamina'd now. And the schedule says this should be downtime. Now they get up and they go do their thing. I'll keep an eye on this. Okay, well he should be full stamina now. There shouldn't be a problem. Let's turn the schedule back to this being 3 cycles for sleep. And hopefully that should not happen again. We'll keep an eye out if we see another dupe sleeping during working hours. I'll have to take another look again. Yum. Eating the food, drinking the bad water. No wonder we have some hypothermia. That doesn't make sense. Hypothermia wouldn't be caused by bad water. No! Not making any sense. So we know this. There's 9.8 cycles before it goes dormant again. So that's actually not that long. Given that its dormant period is active period. Wow, the dormancy period is 60. Oh, like 58 cycles. Wow. This will be dormant until at least cycle 100. Once it goes dormant, we won't have that much polluted water from that, sadly. At least we'll be able to capture the polluted water that it does give, but it will be dormant very soon. Sadly. How many Sweetles do we have? We only have 2. I thought we had more than 2 Sweetles. Okay, so now it should be a little quicker for them to... Oh, there's another Sweetle. Get that one. But at least now it should be a little bit more reasonable for them to come over here and finish this up. That's priority. find that out. Again, these guys should be set priority 6, 6, 6, 6. There you go. More decayed food, that's okay. How are we doing with the food we have? We have a little bit of frostbite in the fridge. Not that good. That's the answer to the question. Not that good. Oh, that Weedle larva, for some reason, is in the water. I don't understand exactly how. I'm guessing someone picked it up on, like, went over here, picked it up to try to transport it, and then dropped it instead of putting it in here. It went on break or something, and then it fell down here. I was like, oh, well, this is how my life ends. Over here. Get rid of you. We're gonna need to do some culling over here too, eventually. The hatchling egg. Wow, they actually finished up all of this really quick. I wonder why. I wonder why this was such a high priority for them. New database entry. Bioscan. I guess maybe they can't because they can't go to the front. New log entry. I've added objectionable requests. Subject re-objectionable request. There's no contents. No contents. Not very helpful. I can't tell. I can't benefit from the business gossip if there's no contents. I need content to have business gossip. Okay, so next what we'll want to do is, if we peel this off, we would have something, it doesn't need to be big, right? We just need to have a pump here and then 2 surrounding everything else, right? So 1 here, a little bit like that. If we have 2 surrounding though, it would take away from some up here. So I would like to probably have the polluted water storage be right about here. I think that's not unreasonable. This. And we go right here. Down. Oh, no, this is too far. Oh, that was close. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We destroy those 2, 3, 4, and then we replace everything up here with mesh tiles. And ladders. There we go. Okay, so this should allow us to have, like, then this will be where we store the polluted water that comes out of here. In here. And yeah, that should be pretty straightforward. We can then put a water storage probably somewhere closer to the base, like right here. We'll still need to transport the water from here all the way to a water storage tank here or something like that. But I think it would be fine they don't necessarily need to be close. It doesn't cost much. Like, there's no actual cost difference between being from here, like from here to right here, or here to all the way here, other than just latency, right? So what do we got here? A builder with that already starts with Mechatronics Engineer. That's actually pretty good. This is really good. Wow, that's actually really good. That will not do doctoring or artistry. That's really good. Did I say how good this is? This is really good. Unpracticing artist, doctor don't care. Yeah, I can't say no to that. That's just really good. You're gonna be a builder, but you start and for free Mechatronics Engineer perk. Like, wow. Building. Meet your builder. You will be put on schedule 2 here, and your priority will be building. Your skills will be okay. Everything else seems up in order. So let's get this started. So that means we definitely can put in some automation. Where do we have shipping? We need more research into that, or can we even do more research? No, we can't. We need some more material science. Here, do I care about any? Not yet. I can get this, make some actual metal using the metal refinement. But still, right now my focus is on this. Alright. So, over here, once we have those things destroyed, plumbing. Okay, picture pump in the middle, a pump here, and let's put in some liquid storage. Good. And this is where we can like store polluted ice or something. Put it here. There we go. That'll allow us to handle. Do we? Maybe I want. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna. Give me 1 second. Let me put these down. Yeah, let's leave it at this for now. I'm gonna put the water go in this way and out this way. So that's why I want it set up like this. So I can go and be like plumbing. It would come from here. We would go in here. Go in this. And out here. That. Assuming that goes into here and can't follow through, we would output here. We would have a bridge go here and a bridge go here, so that this takes priority over this. And yeah, that should be everything we need. We might actually cancel that. Start from down here. The general idea is if I want to do some temperature equalizing, I can go in here and then put some radium pipes here. It'll be much easier to do that than to go from here down radium pipe back up if I start from down here. And over here I can put myself some a pump right here, go from here into here. Be straightforward enough. Let's also disable you, and let's put in place some bottle emptiers. 2 bottle emptiers right here. This can take polluted water. Priority 6. Thank you. For you, polluted water, priority 6. Where's my liquefiable? I'll take some polluted ice. Looking very good. There's no power to anything right now, but that is perfectly okay. We'll take care of that after we take care of building all this in place. So we would go over here, and as I said, over here, we want to have being too high, right? There we go. And let's add an extra set of stairs here. Are you stuck in here now? I think you might actually be stuck in here now. Okay, you might free yourself as soon as that floor is built. Can you move? Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. You're free to move in and out now, no problem. Good. And once we have that in place, we can put, as I said, a pump here that will move out polluted water here. Like that. There we go. Looking good. We still need to double layer everything, just create better insulation, right? Oh, no concern there. Find all this out. And we will want to add some deodorizers. Can't forget about deodorizers. Of course, it's in oxygen, right? Oxygen deodorizers here and one here. We'll need to also get some power over here eventually. This won't work, this won't work, this won't work without any power. This won't work without any power. And we'll want to plug it in to here. We have... Where's my utilities? No, we don't. What are we researching right now? This. Where is... drywall. Let's change our focus to drywall so that we can put a background to this. I'm also going to add 2 more storage bins right here so that we can swipe everything here, put it into here as swipe only, so that we don't have random water or something appear in here from the ice or whatever is here. So I just want to get rid of all this, put it up here, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so this one all sweep only. Same thing for here, and let's sweep priority 6, everything that's here. Okay, so now they're going to move everything from here to here. Hopefully, we'll see if there's enough space. 1 out of 4. That looks like there should be enough space. Not that I have any reason to believe that it was equally divided or anything like that, but looks like I was not off the mark nonetheless. Okay, just need to move that ice. Okay, perfect. Okay. Next, we will need to get some power in place. So let's start our power brick area. We're gonna put it up here. Want 1, 2, the wall, 1, 2, cancel, 1, 2, cancel, then a 2 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, cancel, cancel. And fill those up with some airflow tiles to maintain good airflow. And let's do the same for this level over here. and start with, where is it? I don't want to seal this off just yet, but obviously we'll start with coal. That's going to be our main power source for quite a long time. I go 1, 2, wait, 1 space, 1. Smart battery. And I put this here, right? It can get 3 of these, not all of them. Let's put that over there. Okay, and then if I put myself a storage bin here, that should automate delivery at the very least. Automation. And power. Watt wires. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I only wanted to eliminate one of those things. So heavy watt wires goes like this. Perfect. And down here, I will set myself up some transformers. Mainly, or at least starting with one that goes over here, so that I can then power everything here. There we go. This should allow me to power all of this, and I will eventually be able to power some stuff down here too. No, let's disable everything here until we have the battery in place, because I don't want to waste any power. And then over here, have under consumable ores. Oh, there we go. And these will be priority 6. Very high priority for us. And once all this is built, we have some research done. So we have the textile and carpet tiles. This should all be powered. We can close this off. And then we should have a nice little storage area for polluted oxygen. I mean, polluted water. Cool. We're still not doing very good on water. Oh, we have some skills. Turner, you have a better ranching ability. Good, good, very good. Is that the same hat? It looks really similar. Like a little darker. I guess I could just look up here a little bit, either tell up there. It's just a darker band. Our demolition man could use a little bit better carrying capacity, and our carrying man can do a little bit more strength. Alright. Okay. As soon as we are done with this, new printable, let's see what we got here. Fertilizer. I cannot say no to 3 tons of fertilizer. I don't really care about how good you guys are. 3 tons of fertilizer? That's a lot of fertilizer. That is actually very much welcomed. Okay, I don't really care that much about this, guys. Come on. Let's build up the batteries. Let's get the power here running so that we can close this off and start moving all the water into here. I'm surprised that this is not a very nice place for the dupes to be hanging out, and I'm surprised it's not negatively affecting their morale more than like with the highest we saw today was 30 something. I would have assumed that they would have had a worse impact given their very depressing outlook on life. Their frankly depressing outlook on life. Where are my builders? What are you doing? Oh, they're both relaxing, I guess? Are both my builders on the same schedule? No, Meepeth here, and oh yeah, both my builders are on the same schedule. So that's why building just stops at one point. Okay, they take their break. No more building anything. Drywall, perfect. We can have drywall now. Exactly what I was looking for. Where's my drywall? Okay, let's drywall this in. Once that's drywalled in, we'll seal it off on. We can seal it off on one side already. Seal it off on the other side. And we should never need to open this up ever again. At least that is the plan. Set this up 80, 20. We can re-enable these three things. We got some carbon dioxide in here. That's surprising. I guess from people breathing out, it comes like a lot of work's been going on around here. Like as you can see by all the carbon dioxide that was breathed out over here. So I'm guessing that's what caught here. It shouldn't be a problem. The filter should take care of it. It should never get up here anyways. But nonetheless, okay, so everything here should be set up. You guys should be working. And as soon as we're done building this, we should be pumping out the water into these two liquid reservoirs. And next, after that, I do want to start making my own fertilizer, though. So if I go... Fertilizer is a little bit annoying to make if you don't have Atmos suits, and I do not have Atmos suits. So fertilizer synthesizer, because it outputs natural gas to the environment, which is not something dupes like. But it irritates their eyes, and they need a suit to be able to handle that more efficiently. So maybe I don't want to do that yet. It does really help with the food. Hey, Meep, Meep. You're almost done a full sleep worth of sleep, and you're not. Oh, you're supposed to be in bed right now. You're just not. Go to your actual bed. Oh, you are slow to get down there. Okay, so you're not actually gonna go to bed anymore. Oh, that's what I saw. We need some, we need a pole. All the way down. He was way too slow to get from up here down there in time for his nap, for his sleepy time. But let's make a pole, increase that downward speed, because that was not pretty. It made me feel bad just watching him. It sucks, all this work, and 3 cycles, this is all done. It's all shut. All this work for it to just be idle for 50 cycles. Well, I still need to get all this here and push it up here eventually. Alright, let's seal this off. You don't have any power still? Oh, because I never actually connected you. There we go. And now we can do these guys. And now this should always be outputting some polluted water. I don't see any reason there should be any type of problem here anymore. Perfect. There we go. This is tamed. Cool slush guys are tamed for now. Nothing more I need to do here. Let's give them a little bit to build up these this fire pole. And next will want to. What can I? Oh yeah, I need to make orbital research. I need to make research using uh, radiation research. That takes a lot of power. So let's start. And then we can make this its own wire. And we'll set this one up to be able to go down, I guess. Technically, I could just put them all here. This will be full of transformers at one point or another. Need to... There we go. So as soon as this one here is built, we can connect it to here, disconnect it from down here, and then start setting up some radiation research. 25 out here. 25 if we stick out here, but if we're down here, it's 8. I don't know how many Wheezewort seeds we have access to. I'm assuming a lot. Wart seeds. We have 4. So we can put 2 wart seeds up there. Not that it needs to be kept cold or anything, but it would produce a significant, or maybe even here, this wouldn't be a bad idea to try to keep this area a little colder, right? This will produce a decent amount of heat when it's generating the power we need. So we can put them here. Have what we need for this power? Of course. 2. So let's destroy all this. And as soon as one of them is destroyed, perfect, we can connect this like this. We don't technically need a telescope anymore. But can set up ourselves a little bit of a research lab right here. So let's do that. This will be a temporary location for this. But you know, as they say, temporary is the worst enemy of permanence or something like that. Meaning that temporary is not usually temporary. But whatever. We're going to try to make a temporary location here. We're going to put in 2 Wheezeworts. That would be underneath food. 2 Wheezeworts. And then underneath radiation, we put a Radbolt. And we will put a... Where's my... It should be underneath stations, I'm guessing. Stations... Material science. Oh, well, apparently I needed a different location. Let's destroy that. Move this. Here. Move you. Here. Move you here. I'm gonna move you over here. Cancel that one. Cancel both of these, and then I would put a station for this. Can I flip this? No. I would put it right here. I don't like that at all. And I would put that right there. Where's my Wheezeworts? And I want you to face over here. I also want to have some kind of automation to make sure you don't shoot if there is someone standing here. So if we put some automation here for, where's my dupe sensors? Dupe sensor, where are you? There we go. Let's just put it right here. Right? If there's a dupe here, if it's true, we want to send a false signal. There we go. Otherwise, send out the power from this line here. Like that. Yep. That should be everything we need to start doing material research. What is the kind of radiation these guys are providing? 19, so it'll be almost 40 per cycle once this guy has the fertilization he needs. Oh, wow, okay. Awaiting red bolts. So now that we have that, I do want to start researching where it was. The power, batteries, there we go. That is right? Material site. There we go. Let's get that in place. Right, this... Okay, we just need one person, that's why. And there's so many people just here not doing anything. So I feel like I need to have more for them to do. Okay, so well, let's see. We have some skills. You can keep going into the engineering tree, and you get a little bit of more muscle. I'm still concerned about you. We can do the same thing that we've done, almost done, apparently. We forgot that one though. Over here. With this side, we can go in and dig out this side also. Not the worst idea. We can start from here, or do we want to start from here? Start from here. Go all the way in. See what we're dealing with. Then I can place down on the ladders, do all the digs, and hopefully no one gets stuck. That won't be enough for most of these people to keep busy though. So as I was saying, we'll need a freshwater storage tank too. We have a polluted water storage tank, we'll need a freshwater storage tank, and a latrine. So freshwater storage tank, thinking of putting it right about here. That would require me to break into here. Not the worst thing, right? Let's dig this out so that we can get some slime. Choose a blueprint. Grubfruit preserve. Yeah. It lasts a long time. We have a hook suit wearer operator that does very good digging. And flatulent. Nope, not happening. We have a builder. We already have 2 of you. So grubfruit preserves. Okay, so now we know slime exists. We didn't know that before. We can not put them here, apparently. We can reserve one of these for organic, rot pile, and slime. Polluted dirt and slime, rot pile, polluted dirt. There we go. Perfect. So now they should be able to, these should be priority 6. But now they should be able to take this slime here, put it over here, and digging into here should be a little bit safer. Any slime we do get will be automatically stored over here and not become too much of a concern for me right now. So I feel like we can start building myself a water area, or I can just get, like freshwater storage area here. Well, diggers dig. Other people need to do other things, right? Okay, so see here. Same idea. Oh, no, that was wrong. That was wrong. Ignore that. I want to put it where the wall is. Hey, why is that so? There we go. Okay. Then we put a floor here. And the same way at the other one, we put ladders here and here. We want to put in some mesh tiles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, skip 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. And we'll put in a pitcher pump right in the middle here. What are we gonna do about this polluted water? It's kind of in the way. Okay, and this is where we're gonna put the water, but I do need to get rid of this polluted water here. I need to like put it down here, like centralize the polluted water so that I don't have to worry about that as a problem. This one, I'm gonna bring you down here. You will power me everything over here that I need. So let's put here floors. There we go. And then we'll come in through here, dig down here, and then push all that water over here. And that should allow us to have a little bit better access. And we can mine this out here and finish setting up the water location that we have going on over here. That's the plan. We'll see we'll see how well this turns out. Go. I guess all of that work is telling them to not care about that area here. Do you actually have the rad bolts? You have 44 rad bolts, but no one's coming up here. Can anyone use you? Tabado can. Tabado? Oh, okay, but he's currently eating. Let's change you to 6 and 5. Make it very clear that we should do material science research before we do other kinds of research. But we're really going through that fertilizer. We already used 150k. But 3 tons of fertilizer, that's a lot of fertilizer. That should greatly help with our production of food for now. Look at that. It's, this thing is, how much power does this take? 120, and this takes 4. Okay, so this is what's taking a big chunk of that power. That is going down quick. Goes up, goes down real quick. Wow. This takes a lot of power. Apparently those 44 rad bolts only gave us 4 research, and we need 20. So we need a lot more rad bolts. We could throw like more research, more power at it. That's 73 rads right here, right? We could throw more research at it. I mean more power at it, but I'm concerned about that. So we're gonna start going through the coal like it's candy. I don't like the idea of coal being candy. Hey, where did you come from? How old are you? 56. That's old enough. Let's put you in there. Okay, so we're digging through here. Nothing special, nothing unexpected. Yeah, so this is intact. So we will need to put in some insulated tiles right here to make sure that the water doesn't go through. I don't want to risk breaking this layer here. Like that, there you go. So we'll want to put some insulated tile here, make sure that the water doesn't go through to the next level. But I think that should be good. People are asking me for things to do. Let's plan this all out. So as I was saying, this would be the level, and we need to skip over here. Let's just plan out all the ladders. Always plan out ladders first. We would need 18, 17, 18 over here. So that's wall, 16 wall, go So this is where the next big ladder will be. Okay, so then we go here, here, here. Don't forget about this one. Okay, and then we dig out everything. Cancel these, obviously. Got this. Got this one. Little chunk here. There we go. That should be good. Just to make sure that we have a more even floor, we'll have it go in. I don't want to go in, up, like go down and up. Then we'll have two lower points, and I only want one. Okay, so that should be everything that needs to be done to mine out this area. You don't. That's too much polluted water there. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that for sure. But otherwise, though, we can start from here also. As I was saying, this should be a ladder going here. So if we dig it down here, dig this up. Here we can go like, hey, look at that. We're just digging out. Don't pay attention to us. Okay. Digging a hole. There we go. People should be able to do this without too much of a concern. Good. Let's stop cooking this. Okay, now they're coming down here to mine through here. Once we've done this, all this water, that will cause a lot of stress. This digging over here is going to cause a lot of stress. It's going to fall down. That's going to cause a lot of stress. But once this is done, we can then go back to focusing on getting a water storage tank done for us. I'm assuming you're idle by now, right? Yeah. Next active 56.9 cycles. It's going to take a while. On the other hand, this is not that bad, right? We did get tanker full, so 5 tons of polluted water before it went idle. So, you know, could be worse. My main concern is, or my second concern will be food once we're done with this. Maybe start setting up an area for food processing over here. Oh, how did you get in here? I guess you were just walking around. Well, you're not long for this world much anymore. Sorry. You're at 8, you're at 1. Oh, there's an egg in there though. Okay. But I'm going to set up probably some automation here too, to automate taking the eggs out so that we can start producing more eggs and more meat. Be a good source of food. Backup food. Well, we have a lot of different sources of food right now. But nonetheless, this would be an extra source of food, which won't hurt. You guys all starving, or are you guys okay with the food? We're not bringing you any food, so you are starving. Okay, so will digging through here give us some sedimentary rock? It will. Okay, so once we dig through here, we should have access to some sedimentary rock. Look at all this sedimentary rock. That should help with. Oh, apparently, I Did not plan that part properly. There we go. Let's make it clear that this is a higher priority. Want this done first. And then, optionally, we want to get the stairs done. There we go. Are you guys stuck? Stuck? No. You're not stuck, but I don't like that you're hanging out over here. Precarious. Very precarious. Nicola, good job at earning another skill. You are our digger, right? So, guess more strength. You're an astronaut, so let's get you some astronomy. We can get you your rocket piloting level 2. And a nicer looking hat. Oh, new printables available. Let's see what we got here. Barbecue. Not that bad. We could use the food. Yeah, let's get some extra food in place. Oh, what are you doing here? Get rid of you. Some more barbecue. Kill him before he starts eating the barbecue we have there. Thank you. Critter starvation. Well, we have that almost handled. As soon as we dig down here, we will have that handled for you guys. And you too need to be taken care of. Hypothermia from working over here where it's very, very cold and very, very liquidy. Alright, oh, how are we doing over here? We're making progress, making progress. We need one more shot of this, and then we can have this all set up. Done. And we can actually have either the battery module, I'm not sure how much space, but one of those two I can put in here, and then we'd have power from an external source. So we don't, so it can be a little bit more reasonable what goes in here. We'll have power from the battery or the solar panel, whichever one. What, are you stuck? Both of you? Yeah, you're both stuck. Yeah, Nicola's sleeping over here. And your skin irritation. Maybe the whole increased priority on ladders is not a good thing, because it does not seem to be seems to be making things worse, not better. Meep has earned a skill. We're gonna be a better builder. Yeah, let's focus on this here first, though. It'll provide us food for our hatchling, and it'll provide us with moving of this so that we can continue building water storage. Oh, it's okay, so this is built, we just don't have anything to connect it to yet. And again, this will be focused around here. This down here, I think I should be able to make another cable connect. This one here, so this one over here, I can bring it down to connect to here. Once that's done, I can get rid of this. It's not pressing. This seems to be able to keep up with the power needs down here without too much of a concern at the moment. Look at that. Look at all that sedimentary rock. What? Igneous rock? I thought this was sedimentary rock. No, that's igneous rock. This is sedimentary rock? There we go. Look at all that sedimentary rock. Now we put it in here and feed it. Feed our critters, please. There you go. He's picking it up. Oh, Nicola's not going. Oh, Bubbles is actually one complaining about stress right now. High morale, but smelt flowers just because they're wet. They're very stressful being wet. Okay, so now we have this. We can disable that until we need it again. Our idea is, can we fit the battery module? Okay, so we can fit. I want. Let me. Oh, because I don't have enough glass. So we can fit either one of these, but it won't let me put this one in because we don't have enough glass. So I can provide power, but I also have to keep in mind that that will melt this wire once it launches. You know, trade-offs. But on the other hand, it should allow me to power this battery, which then we can use inside of here. We can now use that power. I'll have to figure out how I want to play things in here. We're not making a very long trip, right? We're only going to over here and back to deposit the rover, so they can start building us a little base. So it doesn't need to be too big of an investment, right? It needs to be enough to allow them to survive here for a little bit. So we would want outhouse, a food fridge, and where is it? Under rocketry, right? The gas. There you go. Power. Put in some and we'll want. How are we gonna put some oxygen, right? The outhouse, that's the problem. Okay, yeah, so we put the outhouse here. We'll put ourselves. Where's the ventilation? Put ourselves a can opener over here. Oh, problematic. That means we don't get a bed location. If we put it over here, it means we don't get a location for the bed. Was what I was hoping to be able to have. We could have a bed over here. Once I put this over here, then we go ventilation, gas over here. Then we can go furniture, bed here. That should be a basic setup. Sleep, he can go to the washroom. We can provide some oxygen for the trip, and they can eat from the refrigerator. Sounds reasonable enough. We'll provide them with 100 kilojoules of power, which is quite a lot of power. 5 times a normal battery worth of power. So, not like it's oh, got food poisoning. There you get food poisoning. How are we doing over here? Okay, so we did dig all the way down here, moved all the water. Now we just need to mop this up a little bit. Mop this up, and then we can open this up. Once this is mopped, I can extend the ladder and This is basically all tamed area. Where I'm gonna use, yeah, tamed. That. How are we doing over here? That's pretty good. Let's put a press. Let's increase the priority of this. And try to fill in some of the cracks that were left behind. Not that one though. Oh, they're left behind on purpose. Analyze. And we're almost done with this cold biome over here too. Good. I don't think we have another cold biome in this on this map. Like the edge is right here, so it's not impossible. There could be a smaller cold biome. Like there is a wall here, but we already know this is like sulfur. So there's another one of these this biome here. That's all one that has sulfur. But you never know. There could be something over here. Okay. That should prevent any of the coldness from over here to affect over here too much. This has been mopped up. Perfect. So let's clear this up, please. There we go. Once that's all cleared up, we can start putting some water in here. Infrastructure for water like what we have over here. Okay. No one is doing anything in here anymore. Oh well. Not very pressing. I want to make sure this place is stable first before we start exploring the rest of the asteroids. Oh, look at that. Okay, Abe. Make you a plumber. Bert over here. You're a cook, so let's get you some muscles. Everyone seems to be liking this whole... there's a lot of people who like tidying. Over here. We're not very tidy, though. But they like it. They like tidying. It doesn't mean we are tidy. Alright, so in the same concept over here, we want water to go out, come in this way, out this way. So we will put in water over here, and plumbing, start from here. I said if it goes through, we drop it out. Here, 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 and then we would have that. So this is the same thing as over here. It's just a little less clean because we're going in the opposite direction, and you can't rotate these things. It's a little less clean going in this direction instead of the other one. But it's the same concept. This will take priority over this. We got a new printable. Let's see what we got here. Suit wearer, digger, quick learner, uncultured, unconstructive. It's not that bad. Gossman. You're a super hard digger. Digging and farming, but mouth braille, no. Necro. Nope. Oh, we have another nectophobic. Scared of the dark. Decorator. Also animal lover, innately stylish, and iron gut. This is actually not that bad. We do need someone who can decorate things eventually, and you seem like a pretty good candidate. Let's get you in. Let's get you started. We're gonna not let you do any decorating until you have level 3 decorating. So for now, you're just going to be a normal, no decorating dupe. But in the future, once you have a better understanding of how to actually do decorating with no actual experience, you just magically know how. Once you're at that stage, we can consider letting you actually do some decoration. How's it looking in here? Not very, no progress, no progress. Oh, who's not happy? Joshua's not happy. Oh, new friend helps. I'm just gonna keep printing off dupes because that makes them happier. And that is very helpful to us. I do feel like I probably need more of these. How many do I have? I have 14, right? I have 14 bristle blossoms with a farm station. Let's see. If I open Oni calculator, how many dupes should that technically be able to sustain? Fertilizer, bristle, berries. I have 14, right? So I should be able to sustain here. 14, I can do 9 dupes. I have more than 9 dupes. I currently have 12. I need 18 of these with fertilizer usage. And this is not 18, this is 14. So I need 4 more with fertilizer to be able to maintain the amount of dupes in food for if I'm only doing bristle blossoms. I am doing some food over here, but they're all cramped because I don't have any automation over here. So maybe I need to also consider how I'm going to do that. So I either can improve the food in the meat department, or I can improve the food inside of the gear department. Let's go with the meat department. Let's do that for first. So in that case, let's set up a floor here. And let's set up some automation. Be straightforward. Super here, super here, super here. With one. Oh, we are out of copper. Let's fix that. Okay, so maybe it's not that simple. But the general idea is that I want to do here. Shipping, one goes here, there one goes here. So the top one will be for eggs, the bottom one will be for everything else. So everything else can be dumped. I don't know. Well, I'll figure out a place for everything else, and then eggs can be dumped over here. This is a pretty good. I don't think this is uninterrupted from top to bottom. Like, there's nothing in the way once I get rid of this area here. So this is actually not the worst area to be centralized by. So if I put eggs here and random storage here. Eggs go here. Where's my food? Set up our first couple incubators. I can't make any more of these, right? Yeah. Make it. Fridge. Shoot. here. The top one here will be for eggs of any kind. We'll go over here. So that means eggs will be dumped over here. We'll need to supply power to this actually. Should it be connected to things like this? Won't be taking that much power. Wouldn't be the worst idea to have this area here connected to the same power grid as this one, no? I don't think it would be the worst idea. I think I know well enough. Let's connect the power grids here. We would need to start one here, one here, and obviously we want to prioritize this so we don't have any of this this ice falling down here. But that seems reasonable enough. Once we have this here, we should be able to start and we won't power these just yet, but this one should take one of these. You can take the Sweetles. Oh, we're out of... Okay. We're just not carrying that much. Is our rancher just not able to... Okay, yeah, you definitely need to be able to get improved carrying capacity, because I feel like all you're doing is transporting 200 kilos of sedimentary rock over and over again and not keeping up. He's there, now he's gonna transport and he'll go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now he's grabbing another 200, sliding down, put it in here. Gonna get eaten up almost immediately. Never mind, he's going to bed. It would have gotten eaten up almost immediately. There we go. And now they don't have any more food. And this guy over here is starving, apparently. I thought they were just cramped. Yeah, we definitely need to fix up what's going on over here. Once that's done, we can start shipping out the eggs out of here. This will be everything else other than eggs, but let's not worry about that. We don't even have an output for it just yet. It will be probably somewhere around here, but just drop it off. Put it right here for now. There you go. Oh, did we lose some? Okay, so I guess there was some water in here. I saw some water fall down. Yeah, see right there. I don't know where you guys came from, but I do not appreciate it. So go away. By go away, I mean become more useful for us, please. That's it's not asking too much. I don't think it is. So let's see here. Ashcan over here. Oh, you're pretty much done. We can get you some suit wearing, because that'll allow you to run a little bit faster, but that's option, less butter, as they say, butter on top of, they say something like that, right? So let's see, liquefiables. Ice and snow. Let's put some ice and snow over here. Wait until this connects with this over here. It will greatly increase the potential load of this wire, but this is all stuff that won't be working constantly, so it's not that big of a deal. It's all very intermittent work. Are you doing okay, Ellie? Always someone else. There's always someone different that's getting the stress. I never. Oh, 'cause I never put you in the correct bed location. Hey, Ellie, your bed needs to be here. Okay, that's why Ellie is very unhappy. She's afraid of the dark, and I've been making her sleep in the dark. We have another cook, or an unempathetic. Let's just get myself a larva here and move them into the ranch whenever we have a moment. Okay, so once this is done, then we can move Ellie's bed from there to here, and that should help her with her morale issues. Or I mean her stress issues. See, now that she's not afraid of the dark anymore, things are looking better. We just need to make sure we keep up with that. So perfect. Ellie can now sleep here. Just like Turner. Enjoy sleeping with the light on. There you go. See? Oh, talking about schedules. Did we forget to move... Yeah, we forgot to move Ellie. Let's move her over here. Back to work. My painter that never painted once in her life. That is perfectly acceptable. You don't need to actually paint to learn how to paint in this game. Let's increase the priority of this. I see everyone's picking up the ice to send it over here, which, you know, not the worst idea, but nonetheless, I do want this ladder here done. I mean, this wire here done, so that we can remove the whole cramped negative attribute over here. Oh, there's some eggs over here too. Either way, we can move all the eggs and move them over here. How are we doing on fertilizer? 2.6K? I mean 2.6 T? Okay, so yeah, so there we go. Now you guys should not be cramped. You guys shouldn't be cramped anymore either. I think there are still some of you guys that are starving. But other than that, well, let's just kill you off anyways. You're just not going to be happy ever, so let's just kill you off. Someone ate the meat. I very much did not appreciate that. And let's say here, all but, where's the eggs? Eggs. Everything but eggs goes in that one. Hopefully that doesn't current load. Current load's okay, 250. It's more constant because this is constantly taking load now. But it's worth it so that this place gets cleaned up a little bit and these guys don't eat the meat anymore. Perfect. Okay, so we have quite a bit of idle people. Do we want to start going outside? Yeah, idle means that this is done, right? This has been used multiple times, apparently. 10 visits left. Carbon dioxide. Let's put some oxygen in here. That would require me to set up like an oxygen putting area, right? So canister filler, oxygen. Let's put it right here. Basically, if these guys don't need any oxygen, we will put it in here also. And then we can put it in here. Let's disable this. But if it was not disabled, we would probably put something like 2 kilos of bristleberries. Or bristleberries. So yeah, if it wasn't disabled, we would put 2 kilos of bristleberries in there. But since we're going to disable it, that's not going to happen. Looks like, look, we already had some oxygen canisters. Where did we get oxygen canisters from? I do not know where that came from. Or maybe it just came from the place where we literally just... Oh yeah, if these guys break, any oxygen in them gets put on the floor. That's probably where that canister came from. Either way, looking pretty good for breathability. We'll want to put in some oxygen soon enough. It'll be a short trip, so I'm not too concerned. So that is done. Love for them to provide some more sedimentary rock with. We still have some sedimentary rock laying around, right? I think. I feel like maybe we just need to start digging into here a little bit so that we can get some more sedimentary rock. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. Don't want to break into here just yet. Let's get rid of all this. Now that we have the research, we can move this to a better location, essentially. Okay, I was gonna say I can hear someone sleeping. That makes sense. So I don't know, this is almost 2K per tile. I don't know how many cycles of oxygen this will be. But this is also one of the quicker rockets, right? So if I put the destination for this guy, change destination to right here, it's only 1 tile jump. Go here, teleports immediately, and it goes over there. It's only 1 tile jump, and it should be quick. Let's start fueling it. So that should bring us some carbon dioxide. Lots of carbon dioxide. That's more than enough carbon dioxide to start, yeah, there you go. We already have the rover built, right? Yep, we have the power. So once we have the fuel, we can put ourselves a crew. Change crew to being Max. Max is always planned to be the crew here. Let's disable that. I think that's going to be enough oxygen for a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. But okay, so now it's fully powered, I think it's ready to go, right? We just need to have the crew, and we'll be good to go. Oh, we need food too, then, right? Let's say we enable this. You're complaining you have nothing good to do. That's fine. Let's change that for you. Getting pretty... It's getting a little emptier. This layer over here, don't want you here. Get rid of them. Gonna eat all the algae. Wow, I'm running low on algae. That's something good to notice. Running a little low on algae over here. And algae is still my primary way to make oxygen. Even with all of this, my oxygen is being made by these two little things here, which is not enough. That is definitely not enough. This is enough for 10 dupes, not 12. Shouldn't the report come? What? Let's see. Where's the report? Report last cycle. What about oxygen generation? Added. Yeah, so I'm removing more oxygen and I'm adding by 60 kilos. I'm adding it using deodorizers, oxyferns, and oxygen diffusers, and each person is consuming between 55 and 70 kilos of oxygen per cycle. So something like 60, I guess, is pretty much average. Makes me think like this is not that much oxygen. If we only have like 4 kilos per tile, that's 8 tiles, like 40 kilos. That's like this would be about 1 cycle worth of oxygen. I need to be quick. I need to definitely be quick about the mission because there's not going to be that much oxygen there. Alright, but we do either need more. Oh, I guess all this polluted oxygen is keeping us alive a little bit. But we either need more deoxidizers or we need to have more creation of oxygen. Isn't the worst idea. Put another one of these up here and actually start using this power cable over here. I don't really have anything to put water in here, right? My water is over here. It's not hurting anyone. There's no reason to change this right now. Eventually I would power the garden with this, but it doesn't need to be done now. And I will want to have a sleeve. But again, doesn't where's plumbing? Let's have plumbing here. And refinement, let's have a water sleeve here. So we would have in this way. This one will be water, priority 6. So we'll put all our bottled waters in here. Obviously we won't enable auto bottling. That would just cause an infinite loop. Energy saver. That's good. But let's see. Let's increase the priority. There we go. Current errand. Perfect. Put some food up in there. And we have some actual water in here. We can also store some of the volatile compounds in this storage area. You're taking a long time to move everything from here to here. How is it looking in here? Almost. So that will be how much calories of crystal berries? That's 4 cycles worth of crystal berries, which should ideally be enough. Okay, so assuming my calculations are ready, begin launch sequence. Okay, and in here, let's enable this. If you washroom, we have a lot of people who are idle now. Pretty much almost everyone is idle. We really got to keep up with their need for things to do. They will not do that themselves. We could dig all this out. Let's do that. That's some good coal resources. Not really the resource I care about too much right now. After that, there's no more ice over here. We picked all that up. So I can just do this all here. Oh, apparently I missed one. Okay, so that should keep them busy, other than one might. Oh, we have earned an achievement. Launched a rocket, I'm guessing? Yeah, launched a rocket. So let's unequip the suit. Perfect. Should be 0.6 cycles. Oh, that's a lot longer than I expected it to take for you to get from one location to another. Hopefully it's not. Wow. Hopefully there's enough oxygen in here for your needs. What is, why are you still showing the, oxygen bar? You are definitely breathing. The amount of oxygen in here is going down rapidly. 0.4 cycles, almost there. Okay, curative tablets. Let's get some of those. We can also dig all this out to get ourselves some extra algae. I like the idea of having all this algae over here. Okay, so you're going to go to bed, then you can eat. There's nothing else for you to do. Go to bed and eat. 0.2 cycles before we make a landing here. Are we almost done the first one? Not even close. Oh! Oh! Do we have the droppers research? Yeah, we do. We're just not using it yet. How are we doing oxygen? I feel like we're almost halfway done the oxygen supply in the room. Oh, why is it flashing? In where we are where we need to be? Oh, flashing though. This rocket has entered autopilot mode and will fly at a reduced speed. To resume full speed once the duplicate pilot takes over. Oh, maybe... I don't really know how this works. Oh, look at that. We finally have access to the surface area for Wood Terra. Oh, there's no longer a giant crater. The crushed satellite is now... There used to be a giant crater in the middle of this asteroid. Now it's not like that anymore. Now it's a crater on the top here with some exposed water to the environment. Is that what I'm saying? Oh, this is not space exposed. Looks like it is though. Okay, so it's space exposed here, but not here. So this will go away very quickly. But it won't get rid of all of it. We should have a layer here. I do want, and some water was over here at one point. Okay, so now I need to figure out where I want to land. So star map, click on this thing, deploy. Where do I want to try to hit in from? I can try to hit into here. This seems to be the ocean biome because there's a police wart here. Maybe not the best idea. I would like to know more. This seems to be the starting biome. There's like some water here. I'm assuming we'll find the oxyferns here. And yeah, you can see an oxyfern here. So I'm feeling like I should try to tackle it on over here. So let's see, can I land here? Did I land so far down? Maybe I can land over here. I'm trying to think of where my dupes will land because I want to land them and build a rocket. Do I want to build the rocket here, here, or up? Okay, let's land here and change my destination back to base. Let's land you guys. The landing here did show me quite a bit more information. There is plenty of water to start on this one. Got some pips, some hexafruit, more pips. Okay, so it looks like a pretty decent place to start, but we have a right away, and it's broken. So this is not, the temperature is going to be a little broken because of the direct connection with this asteroid part here. Or will I set things up? Can't mess with the water too much. It would have been better to go over here, but there's definitely polluted water over here, or salt water. This is definitely more of a salty area, sadly. Okay, so you're out. Let's start digging. Actually, since we have a pool of water here, and this will survive, can we go down here? Yeah, we can go down here. And then here. This will create a natural airlock, which will allow me to start building things, and I don't have to worry about losing any atmosphere other than like the one that was already lost over here. So how are you? You're going back. You are still at 2K oxygen on both sides here. We still have a little bit of mask left. There you go. So that is a good lock right there. Oh, look at that. We have our gold biome right here, and we have the ocean biome right here. We are surrounded by biomes. Very, very tight spot. Very tight. Yeah, so now we have access to a little bit of a little bit of room. So let's say we would normally, and I can't build doors with you, right? Even when we get metal ore, you won't build me a door. Right? Or will you build doors now? Oh, he builds doors now. Oh, that. Or is it just the, yeah, okay, he won't build manual airlocks. He'll build the crappy airlocks for us instead. Okay, so let's dig all this out. And let's see. I'll be back in a couple hours, in-game hours, to see how it's going on there. How's it going on over here? Still not done picking up all the junk from this one portion here. Not good. Oh, look at that. We have oh, we had something drop from the floor, came from the sky, but we also now have access to stone hatches. Once we have our first stone hatchling, we can start to produce some stone hatches over here. That's good. Very good. That was one of the objectives I was trying to go to, is getting some stone hatches in play. Skills. Joshua. Not much more you can ask for, right? Let's just get you a little bit. Oh, perfect. Burner. Let's get you being able to carry some more. Oh, we still had one more skill that I missed. Carrying. Let's see here. the general idea is if we don't have enough water in here, I want to start taking water out of here. I mean, polluted water out of here. So we need to pipe the polluted water from here all the way to here. So let's put a couple jumps in here. But my main concern is this polluted water here right now is above freezing, but there's no reason for it to stay that way. There's nothing in here that motivates the polluted water to stay above freezing. So that will cause me a problem eventually. But let's set up the automation for this. Oh, I don't have automation for stripes yet. Where is stripe automation? Research. Does it require some fancy kind of... No, it does not. Let's get that. But automation, I want a hydro sensor over here saying that if our water levels are too low, we turn this on or off. So if the water level is too low, we turn this on so we can accept more polluted water from over here. That's it. Okay. Almost there. Why? That takes a long time. So if it's below 800k, we turn this on. How are you doing? Oh, you're back, and you're just not leaving yet because it's still set to crew. Perfect. Okay, so you're back. Let's disable this. Disable this. You where are you, Max? There's that. Max. No, no, no. Come back here. Put on the mask. Oh, I did. We ran out of... Did run out of, Okay, well, I still want you, Max, to wear this. Wherever he went. Let's disable all this. But, we did just in time, because apparently we ran out of oxygen in here. Where he went. Guess Max can't come out to play anymore? Let's get rid of that. So how do I deal with this situation? Oh, there we go. Never mind, he did come out to play. There you go. He got the mask. Now he'll go and he'll drop the mask off. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so how are we doing on Wudona? We are very slow, as expected. Let's say we wanted this to be 16. We would dig all the way over here. And we would put a wall here and ladders here. Let's dig all the way out here. Let's get rid of that. Just destroy itself automatically. We'll put... We can try to start measuring things. It will obviously not be that straightforward given that we have a lot of things that you cannot dig into. But this is... Hey, it's some oxygen. It's a start. I've only seen 2 oxyferns, 3 oxyferns. Only enough for 1 dupe worth of oxyferns. So it's definitely not going to be an easy start. Okay, so as I was saying, we want 16. So right where that acorn is, where we would put here. Let's go up. And this can go down. So we have a lot of idle people. Let's focus on that for a second. Let's see here. Well, we have so much idle people in all of this. I still don't want to do any of that. See here then. What else can we get them to do? What would be a good next step? So we have a connection between, almost done, between polluted water and water. That should allow us to now produce some water from this polluted water. I feel like we would next need to put in place a centralized washroom. That's under plumbing, right? Plumbing, laboratories. Here, 1, 4. Showers. Here. And where is it? Sinks. Right. Four, go. People can start building this. Two space, 1, 4, space 2, 1, 4. There we go. I'm filling the rest with some of these. And some doors. Open these ones while I'm here. Okay, so the general idea will be that the water over here go here. Input. Output. And the output will go over here. And we would bring that over here. Like that. There we go. And the output would just be recycled back into the system. Research complete on ribbons. Okay, good. The other automation we will have is this is if this one where's my hydrogen? This one here is too full. We can send a signal down to here. Have enough metal for all this? Yeah, but let's make some more. Let's queue up another ton of this. General idea is that right so if it's too full, I would write here and then I would come over here. Read from here, then I would use that to also turn this on. Probably would not be worse if I put in an OR gate. Do I have access to OR gates yet? It does not seem like I do. Where are OR gates? OR gate. So I do not have access to OR gates just yet, so let's put that in place here, but eventually I can put an OR gate, so it's either that one or that one. Don't let the signals interfere. And this will allow me to produce more signals so that these guys can communicate without additional wires all over the place. That's the general idea. I want these guys to be able to communicate. give me water, don't give me water, etc. Essentially, that's pretty much it. Give me water, don't give me water. But for now, that's it. Take my water. He's basically saying, take my water. And this one is going to be saying, give me water. Let's see, we have some skills. Cavaldo, you are definitely on the edge here. Let's get this, just so because we need an orbital researcher. But, yeah, I think you might be done with your getting of skills for now. Get some rust. I don't feel comfortable getting any more dupes right about now. How's this going? We don't get a warning when he's idle, and he is currently idle, so we definitely want to fix that. Or up here, or here. Dig out this. Try to dig out some more living space. And we put a, get rid of that, but we would put a ladder here, make this into more living space. General idea here is that I want to have a little bit of living space for the dupes when they arrive. How much more battery do you have? Oh, you have plenty of battery still. Not there. Alright. And this will also give them access to grab these 2 oxyferns here and plant them down here, so that we can have a single dupe worth of oxygen production with the 3 oxyferns here. Ellie has earned herself aesthetic design. Phil has never done any arting, but you know, that is not required for her to be good at it. Alright. Oh, look at that. We're actually done with cleaning up all of this stuff. That's good. So you guys should all be now tamed and happy. You guys should all be tamed and happy. No more eating any of the meat that comes from you guys dying. Very good. Max has earned a skill point to rocket piloting number 2. Perfect. Not that he's planning to do any rocket piloting anytime soon, but nonetheless, we now have rocket piloting number 2. Place. Okay, so let's see here. If it is above 478, then we would turn this on and send that signal down here. Let's set it up as 1. Yeah, let's just set it up as 1. That's the default anyways. Is this connected yet? Okay, it's not done being connected. It's getting late. Yeah, it's later than I thought it was. So, I'm gonna continue this tomorrow, or, well, we'll see. No, I shouldn't say tomorrow. I will continue this another time. We have landed here. We have not given a dupe here, but we have landed here. So at least now we can see what's going on over here. Oh, we have a aluminum volcano here. And okay, so this is supposed to be an ocean biome, and I'm actually surprised. There's a decent amount of water. There's a lot of salt water in here, actually. Really nice. I wasn't expecting there to actually be too much water in here. But this is part of the new, like the new generation for this planetoid. We don't have the giant cave here anymore. It's very nice. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.